When you hear chocolate, you picture sweet, melting cakes. But what about dark chocolate stewed with spicy Mexican chicken? Or sweet chocolate porridge paired with salty, dried fish? Forget boring candy. Welcome to the 50 most famous and craziest chocolate dishes on Earth. First stop, Europe, where chocolate is basically a religion. Number 1, French Chocolate Mousse. It isn't dense or heavy. Perfect whipping techniques turn chocolate into a cloud of air. Take a bite and it vanishes instantly, leaving only a rich, velvety cocoa finish. Number 2, Chocolate Lava Cake, the ultimate sweet volcano. It features a lightly baked, fluffy sponge exterior that hides a steaming, molten chocolate heart. Just one cut, and it flows out onto the plate. It is truly one of the most satisfying culinary sights. Coming in at number 3, French Chocolate Truffles. These bite-sized luxuries are rolled into delicate spheres and generously dusted with fine, slightly bitter cocoa powder. Once you break through that earthy coating, you're hit with an incredibly rich, creamy ganache center that melts away. Number 4 brings us to the bakery for a pain au chocolat. Imagine a perfectly laminated, buttery croissanto baked to an absolute golden crisp. As you bite into those flaky layers, you discover rich batons of dark chocolate hiding right in the center. And wrapping up our first 5 is the classic Éclair au chocolat. This elegant, elongated choux pastry is baked until crisp. It's piped completely full of a luscious, silky chocolate pastry cream and finished with a flawlessly smooth, shiny chocolate glaze on top. Number 6 is a holiday masterpiece, the French Bûche de Noël, or Yule log. This traditional Christmas cake features a light sponge rolled with sweet cream. It's thickly coated in a rich chocolate buttercream, expertly textured to look exactly like rustic tree bark. Number 7, the notoriously difficult chocolate soufflé. Baked to absolute perfection, this French dessert dramatically puffs up high above its ramekin. It is as incredibly light and airy as a cloud, yet it delivers a surprisingly intense, deep cocoa punch to your palate. Leaving France, number 8 brings us to Vienna for the legendary soccer torte. Created for royalty, this elegant Austrian dessert features a dense chocolate sponge cake separated by a bright, tart layer of apricot jam, all flawlessly encased in a glossy dark chocolate icing. Number 9, the Mozartkugel. Named after the famous Austrian composer, this bite-sized confection is a true symphony of flavors. It features a sweet core of green pistachio marzipan surrounded by a layer of soft hazelnut nougat, all perfectly dipped in dark chocolate. Number 10 takes us to Germany for the decadent Black Forest cake. It's a stunning tower of dark chocolate sponge layers, generously soaked in strong cherry liqueur, packed with tart cherries, fresh whipped cream, and finished with dark chocolate shavings. It is beautifully complex. Number 11, Swiss chocolate fondue. Picture a glowing pot of premium, bubbling melted chocolate placed right at the center of the table. It is the ultimate interactive dessert experience, absolutely perfect for dipping fresh strawberries, fluffy marshmallows, and crispy cubes of toasted sweetbread. Number 12 brings us to Belgium for their world-renowned pralines. These beautiful chocolate shells are carefully crafted with pure cocoa butter to achieve a perfect snap. Inside, they hide luxuriously soft, melting centers filled with sweet hazelnut paste, gooey caramel, or velvety ganache. Number 13 heads to Italy with gianduoto. Shaped like a small upside-down boat, this unique confection comes from the Piedmont region. It masterfully blends high-quality cocoa with roasted local hazelnuts, creating an exceptionally smooth, sweet paste that practically melts the second you taste it. Staying in Italy, number 14 is the globally loved tiramisu. It features delicate ladyfingers heavily soaked in strong espresso, layered with rich, airy mascarpone cheese. The finishing touch is a thick, generous dusting of pure, bitter cocoa powder that perfectly balances the sweetness.
Number 15 is traditional Italian chocolate gelato. Unlike regular ice cream, gelato is churned much slower, incorporating less air for a much denser texture. This creates a remarkably rich, intense chocolate flavor that feels heavy on the spoon, but incredibly smooth on the palate. Number 16 is the brilliant torta caprese. Hailing from the island of Capri, this flourless chocolate cake is a gluten-free dream. By combining premium dark chocolate with finely ground almonds, it achieves a beautifully crisp, cracked exterior and a deeply moist, fudgy center. Number 17, Salame di Cioccolato. It looks exactly like a traditional Italian meat sausage, but it's a clever, sweet illusion. Made by mixing rich chocolate with broken, crunchy biscuits, this chilled dessert is sliced to reveal a beautiful mosaic-like pattern that delights everyone. Number 18 takes us to Spain for churros con chocolate. Freshly fried, piping hot dough pastries coated in sugar are served alongside a mug of incredibly thick, dark, and bubbling chocolate. It's so rich and pudding-like, it acts more like a dip than a drink. Number 19 is the stunning Hungarian dobos torte. This structural masterpiece consists of 6 incredibly thin layers of vanilla sponge, glued together with a rich, dark chocolate buttercream. It is famously topped with a perfectly smooth, hard caramel glaze that cracks satisfyingly when cut. Wrapping up this segment is number 20, Kladdkaka from Sweden. This beloved sticky chocolate cake is famous for deliberately skipping baking powder. The result is an incredibly dense, gooey, and fudgy center that perfectly contrasts with its delicate, slightly crispy baked outer crust. Number 21, chocolate biscuit cake. A cherished favorite of the British royal family, this no-bake dessert is beautifully simple. It features rich, melted dark chocolate, generously folded together with broken, crunchy tea biscuits, then chilled until firm for a perfectly satisfying royal crunch. Number 22, the iconic British Jaffa cake. Is it a cake or a biscuit? It starts with a light, airy sponge base, topped with a zesty, bright orange jelly disc, and is finally sealed beneath a thin, cracking layer of delicious dark chocolate. Number 23 travels to Poland for chocolate babka. This stunning, sweet braided bread is an absolute work of art. Rich yeast dough is generously smeared with a luscious chocolate paste, then expertly twisted to create gorgeous dark chocolate ribbons running through every single slice. Number 24, Russian kartoshka. Meaning potato, this playful no-bake dessert ingeniously uses leftover cake crumbs or biscuits. Mashed with sweet butter, condensed milk, and cocoa, it is hand-shaped to look exactly like a little potato, offering a surprisingly moist, rich chocolate truffle experience. Number 25 returns to France for the elegant chocolate macaron. These delicate, bite-sized almond meringue cookies require absolute precision. They boast a beautifully crisp shell and a signature ruffled foot, sandwiching a velvety, dark chocolate ganache center that melts smoothly in your mouth. Leaving Europe's refined pastries, number 26 crosses the ocean to America for the legendary chocolate brownie. The ultimate comfort bake, a perfect brownie boasts a delightfully shiny, crinkly top crust that breaks away to reveal a dense, incredibly fudgy, and intensely rich chocolate center. Number 27, the classic American chocolate chip cookie. A masterpiece of simple baking, it features a rich, buttery, golden dough with crispy edges and a soft, chewy center. It is generously studded with sweet chocolate chips that melt beautifully into every single warm bite. Number 28 is the sinfully rich devil's food cake. This American classic gets its incredibly dark color and moist texture from an abundance of premium cocoa powder and baking soda. It is heavily frosted with a thick, glossy chocolate buttercream that feels absolutely decadent. Number 29, the nostalgic American s'more. This iconic campfire treat requires no kitchen. You simply sandwich a square of classic milk chocolate and a freshly roasted, perfectly gooey marshmallow tightly between two crisp graham crackers for a deliciously messy, smoky chocolate bite. Wrapping up this block is number 30, American Chocolate Fudge. This intensely sweet confection is carefully created by boiling sugar, butter, and milk. Beaten as it cools, it achieves an incredibly dense, smooth, and creamy texture that delivers a massive hit of pure chocolate. Number 31, Mississippi Mud Pie. This deeply indulgent American dessert features a crumbly chocolate cookie crust filled with a dense, gooey chocolate pudding center. Topped with whipped cream, its incredibly thick, dark texture playfully resembles the muddy, rich banks of the famous Mississippi River. Number 32 is the incredibly fun American whoopie pie. It looks like a giant cookie, but eats like a cake. Two incredibly soft, mound-shaped chocolate sponge cakes act as buns, sandwiching a massive, generous layer of fluffy, sweet vanilla marshmallow cream right in the middle. Number 33 is the massive Texas sheet cake. True to its name, this thin but giant chocolate cake is baked in a large pan. While still warm, it is drenched in a rich, boiling cocoa frosting, generously loaded with crunchy toasted pecans that set perfectly. Heading north, number 34 is Canada's famous Nanaimo bar. This brilliant no-bake treat features 3 distinct layers. A nutty coconut graham cracker base supports a rich, sweet yellow custard buttercream center, which is then flawlessly topped with a smooth, cracking layer of pure dark chocolate. Number 35 breaks all the rules, Mexico's mole poblano. This is a deeply savory, complex dish. Tender chicken is drenched in an incredibly dark, rich sauce, patiently simmered with dried chilies, warm spices, and a surprising chunk of dark, bitter chocolate for perfect earthy depth. Number 36 stays in Mexico for champurrado. This ancient, incredibly thick chocolate drink traces its roots back to the Aztecs. It blends rich, dark chocolate, unrefined cane sugar, and warm cinnamon, cleverly thickened with corn masa dough for a deeply comforting, hearty, and warm beverage. Number 37 is authentic Mexican hot chocolate. Unlike standard cocoa, this rustic drink is traditionally frothed using a wooden tool. It brilliantly combines rustic dark chocolate with sweet cinnamon and a surprising, thrilling pinch of spicy chili powder that leaves a warming tingle on your throat. Number 38 travels down to Brazil for the beloved Brigadeiro. These addictive, bite-sized truffles are a staple at every party. Made simply by slowly cooking sweetened condensed milk, butter, and cocoa powder, they form a brilliantly chewy, fudgy ball heavily rolled in crunchy chocolate sprinkles. Number 39, Argentina's phenomenal chocotorta. This iconic, no-bake party cake is delightfully simple, but incredibly rich. It features thick layers of dark chocolate biscuits deeply soaked in strong coffee or milk, generously stacked with a luscious, creamy mixture of cream cheese and sweet dulce de leche. Wrapping up this 10 is number 40, Argentine Chocolate Alfajores. The ultimate sweet sandwich. It features 2 crumbly, tender shortbread cookies glued together with a massive, gooey layer of rich dulce de leche caramel, then entirely enrobed in a flawless, thick coating of dark chocolate. Number 41 stays in Argentina for the delightful Submarino. It is exactly what it sounds like. You are served a steaming mug of incredibly hot milk alongside a solid dark chocolate bar. Drop it in like a submarine and watch it melt into rich, delicious cocoa. Crossing over into Asia, number 42 is Japan's luxurious Nama chocolate. Made with exceptionally rich Hokkaido fresh cream, these perfectly dusted chocolate cubes are famously kept chilled. Once they hit your tongue, their remarkably silky, velvety texture melts away faster than you can even imagine. Number 43 is the globally famous Japanese snack, chocolate Pocky. It is brilliantly simple, yet dangerously addictive. A slender, perfectly baked, incredibly crunchy biscuit stick is smoothly coated in a flawless layer of sweet, glossy milk chocolate, leaving just a tiny handle clean for eating. Number 44 brings us to South Korea for the beloved Choco Pie. A nostalgic childhood favorite, it features two incredibly soft, slightly crumbly vanilla sponge cakes that firmly sandwich a thick, chewy layer of marshmallow, all generously encased in a sweet, snappy milk chocolate shell. Heading down to Australia, number 45 is the iconic Lamington. This beautiful, rustic treat starts with squares of incredibly light, fluffy vanilla butter cake. They are generously dipped in a thin, sweet chocolate icing, then rolled completely in crisp, desiccated coconut for a perfect textured finish. Number 46 is the legendary Australian Tim Tam. This is the ultimate chocolate lover's biscuit. It features two crunchy malted chocolate cookies flawlessly sandwiching a light, incredibly creamy chocolate filling before the entire thing is beautifully enrobed in a thick layer of textured, delicious milk chocolate. Number 47 hops over to New Zealand for their quirky chocolate fish. This incredibly popular, uniquely shaped local candy features a soft, bouncy, bright pink strawberry marshmallow center that is gently covered in a distinctively thin, rippled layer of sweet, snappy milk chocolate coating. Number 48 is the mind-blowing Philippine champorado. This incredibly unique dish is a sweet, warm porridge made from sticky, glutinous rice and rich, pure tablea cocoa blocks. The crazy twist? It is traditionally served piping hot alongside intensely salty, crispy fried dried fish for ultimate contrast. Number 49 is the absolute sugar rush, the Milo Dinosaur from Singapore in Malaysia. An incredibly huge glass of icy sweet malted chocolate milk is shamelessly topped with a massive undissolved mountain of raw, crunchy Milo powder that you literally have to eat with a spoon. Finally, number 50 takes us to Taiwan for decadent chocolate pearl milk tea. Combining a strong black tea base with rich milk and a massive, heavy dose of premium chocolate syrup, it's beautifully finished with warm, delightfully chewy tapioca pearls for the ultimate modern dessert drink. And there you have it, 50 incredible chocolate creations spanning the entire globe. We've explored everything from elegant European pastries to wild, savory Mexican stews.